Hello and welcome to the Other System edition of Next Stop News. I will be covering agencies such as Beeline, NICE, New Jersey Transit, PATH, SEPTA, WMATA, BART, DASH, and others. At Beeline, beginning on December 16th, 2024 New Flyer XDE 35s began to arrive. XDE 35s 100 to 101 and 104 to 106 have arrived to Valhalla Garage as of January 15th. Which began to enter service on January 11th and January 12th. They later got 102 to 103, so they have 7 XDE 35s now. As a result, 2005 Short Orion 5s 120 to 123, 128, 130, and 135 to 136 were retired, with the latter being preserved, while 124 to 127 and 129 were transferred from Beeline to PLTA, a private operator which operates routes 16, 18, and 31 in Peekskill and other upstate regions in New York. 124 was the last Short Orion 5 to be assigned to Beeline, which was at Valhalla Garage, and shifted to Cortlandt Manor Garage as of March 19, 2024. So Beeline's 5 Short Orion 5s that were left in existence are actually no longer under the ownership of Beeline, and as a recap, 131 to 134 were all previously retired before the XDE 35s arrived. No Short Orions are left at Yonkers Garage. Beeline also received 2023 to 24 XDE 40s 505 to 515, 520, and 599, 13 more units, to accompany 504. The first one following 504 to be delivered was 508 on December 24th. 504 entered service on Route 39 on January 3rd, but then took a break on January 9th as it was sent to a maintenance shop in Connecticut, which was related to warranty work. It received maintenance work from January 9th to January 13th, then returned to Beeline. 508 entered service on the BXM4C on January 19th, marking a new era for the route, the first official XDE 40 to run on the route. However, on March 20th, it was announced that people didn't like the 2023 to 24 XDE 40s running on the BXM4C, due to the seating configuration being vastly different from that of the 2008 Orion 5s. Therefore, XDE 40s will no longer run on the BXM4C. Instead, the 2008 Orion 5 Suburbans will die once the BXM4C itself is eliminated. Partial W. It is assumed that this order will range from at least 504 to 599, spanning at least 96 buses, which could retire the 2009 Nabi Hybrids from 205 to 299, and 2008 Orion 5 Suburbans from 801 to 830, or a bit of both. Some of these XDE 40s might receive Suburban specs. 2023 XDE 40 504 entered service on Route 39 on January 3rd, but has not run since January 9th, as it was sent to a maintenance shop in Connecticut, which is said to be related to warranty work. Clarifying a recent point I just made, when I say that the XDE 40s could retire some of the Orion 5 Suburbans, I am referring to ones that do not exclusively serve the BXM4C. Beeline will obviously keep a batch to serve the BXM4C until the route itself is destroyed, as formerly mentioned. As a result of the XDE 40 deliveries, 2008 Orion 5 Suburbans, 801, 806, 11, 16, 19 to 21, and 825 to 27, 10 units, were already retired, reducing the Suburban Orion 5 count to 17 out of 30 units, listed here. Also, to keep the tradition of the Freeline system over the summer going, Beeline has elected to become free once again this summer. Enjoy! At NICE, the following units, and many more, have received electronic mirrors. 2021 Gilligs 2039, 70, and 79 were among the first to get them as of December 16th. 1968 was the first XN60 to get them. 2080 to 2085, the XE40s, got them on March 8th. NICE is going for it. As a result, many buses have lost their top numbering on both sides of the bus, which I think is stupid. One of the dumbest decisions NICE has made in a long time, and that's saying something. Absolute L move. However, as of May 12th, they are beginning to receive their numbers back, albeit in a different location. 2023 XE40 2080 continue to test and service on various NICE routes. The full list of routes that it ran on is listed here. Credit to MTA Bus Transit Fanner for noticing them. It also ran on the N20X on February 5th. NICE then received XE40s 2081 and 2085 on December 29th, and received 2082 to 2084 on January 31st. completing their 6-bus order of XC40s. After getting inspected by the NYSDOT and receiving license plates, they entered service on April 8th, May 7th, and May 16th. As of May 16th, all 6 XC40s, 2080-85, are now in service. That took a very long time, just like this update. 2081 entered service on April 8th on the N15M, 2082 entered service on the same day on the N48, 2083 entered service on May 7th on the N25 and N58, 2084 entered service on May 16th on the N25 and N58, and 2085 entered service on April 8th on the N6. This was the first nice XC40 I ever got the chance to fan. 2085 ran on the N71S for the first time on May 29th. 2011 Next Gen 1811 was spotted on the shuttle from Jamaica to St. Albans on April 9th, a Long Island Railroad substitute. Thanks to the onset of these XC40s, 2010 Orion 7 Next Gens 1813, 21, and 34 were retired, leaving only 6 of these Next Gens in service, listed here. And 2 System Reserve Training Units, 1814 and 39. These units are the last reminders of the Long Island bus era, and the amount of 2010 to 11 Next Gen CNGs is now on par with the amount of XC40s at NICE. NICE upgraded their signage type as of May 30th, swapping the locations of the route and destination, as well as adding "Welcome Aboard," even in Spanish. 2015 XN40 1897 returned from its accident on March 19th. NICE Mini launched Saturday service on October 21st and Sunday service on January 21st, so they are now active on all days of the week. Hempstead Transit Center is receiving renovations from February 5th to October 5th. They're getting new floors, tiles, and lights, while restrooms and MetroCard machines will remain available. Some service will be moved to the Southside base. It's a partial closure, kind of like Jamaica. On January 7, 2024, NICE's winter pick took effect, which discontinued the N72 in favor of the N70. Here are some other changes which also took place during that pick. The N1's frequency changed, an N1 short turn to Valley Stream was introduced, and an N6 short turn to UBS from Jamaica was also introduced. An N20G trip was replaced by an N20X run. New stops were added on the N20X and N22X. The N24 is now split on weekends. N35 reverse trips now split at Roosevelt Field. The N54, N55, and N71S now have coordinated schedules in order to meet Suffolk buses every 30 minutes at Amityville. The summer pick took effect as of May 26th. The N1's Elmont trips now extend all the way to UBS Arena on weekdays. The N16X remains shut down until the fall as usual. N21 Sunday service came back for the first time since 2017 from Glen Cove to Roslyn. N24J service has improved by 30 minutes. The N31 and N32 now have a permanent detour. The N33 is continuing to service the Long Beach to Far Rockaway loop. The N70 now has improved headways to make up for the loss of the N71, as there is no more N71 to Hempstead Transit Center. Instead, it runs between Farmingdale and Amityville as the N71 shuttle would do on weekends. The N72 remains permanently discontinued from the winter plan, and the N88X also returned from the summer. The Flexi also received an extension to Hewlett, as well as midday trips and trips to West Broadway as of June 17th. NICE Mini microtransit zones were formed at Elmont, Valley Stream, and Syosset. This potentially means that Zach Transit will get his N2 and N8 back. The program also extended to East Norwich, Jericho, Plainview, and Hicksville. This pick also introduced a new route to NICE's roster, that being the N31X, an express variant of the N31, which runs between Hempstead Transit Center and Far Rockaway via Rockville Center. Headways for that route are every 30 minutes during rush hours. Also, 2016 Arbuk Mobility buses, 2290 to 97, were retired as of May 6th. This really affects me, man. Let me get my smallest violin in my arsenal. But nah, on a serious note, these buses ran on the Elmont Flexi, shuttles, as well as the Medical Community Shuttle, Port Washington Shuttle, and various Nassau County routes. 2020 was the last N71 to Hempstead. 1818 was the first Orion 7 Next Gen to run on the N71S, doing so on June 18th. 2079 was the first Sunday N21, running on May 26, 2024. This was the first time we've had Sunday service since April 2017. We also had all the XN60s, a few Gilligs, and a few XN40s run on the Cricket World Cup shuttle between June 7th and June 9th, 2024. Historic Bus 117 was spotted in Babylon on December 11th. Regarding Suffolk County Transit, on May 2nd, they released a request for proposals for battery electric and hybrid electric buses, essentially XDE35s and XE40s. Here is the request for proposals quote, "The Suffolk County Department of Public Works has released an RFP for manufacturing the following. Initial order for 20 40-foot battery electric buses with option orders of 73 40-foot battery electric buses, plus related equipment. The battery electric buses will be owned by Suffolk County Transit. They will also receive a new livery to distinguish their electric nature and highlight them from the rest of the fleet." Another RFP was issued for the following. Initial order of 15 35-foot hybrid electric buses with option orders of 24 35-foot hybrid electric buses. More details will come when the RFP closes in July. 7109 to 7112 will remain at Hampton Jipney as spare buses for on-demand zones. NextGen 1011 is out of service and will either move to another operator or retire from service. We also got two new routes. Route 15 between Babylon and Robert Moses Park beginning on June 17th, and Route 56 running between Kings Park and Smithtown beginning on June 4th. New Jersey Transit retired more Nobbies, 5206 and 5216 as of December 14th, and 5222 as of February 9th. They also retired 5202 to 03, 19, 37, 42, 52, 59, 85 to 86, 91, 93, 5313 to 5320 from Orange, 8 GO buses, 5335, 45, 55, 35, 5612, 5700, 84, 5998, 6101, 6348, and 6354, 29 units. Many of these were from Fairview, Greenville, Orange, and Meadowlands. 5321 to 22 are the last GO buses that are still left in service, while 5323 to 5345 are slated to be retired soon, with 5335 and 5345 already being retired. This brings their total of retired Nobbies to 42 units, listed here. The Fairview Nobbies, 5206, 14, 16, 21, and 36, as well as many others, were retired by displaced coach Nobbies, which came from Coach USA not needing as much equipment as they did in the past. The Nobbies are slated to be fully retired by 2025 or 2026, thanks to the incoming 550 bus order of XD40s, which is slated to arrive in the near future. By that point, there will be little to no buses left there that were built before 2010. Recently acquired Nobbies 6500, 06, 08, 13 to 14, 34, 42, 44, and 49 were rebuilt and repainted with New Jersey Transit colors. However, 6504, 06, and 38 were out of service due to issues and failed inspection. The 7100 series MCIs at New Jersey Transit are also dying. 7101 to 7118 at Howell Garage were retired and given to the MTA to expand their fleet. 7133, 38, 41, 44, 47, 51 to 52, 56, 58, 61, 63, 64, 66, and 7170 were also retired. 7132 was the last active 2008 MCI out of Wayne Garage and at New Jersey Transit in general. Its last run was conducted on May 28th on Route 198, and it was officially retired as of June 4th. With that, there are no more 7100 series MCIs left in New Jersey Transit, as well as 2006 D4500 CLs 9002 to 07, 9010 to 12, 15 to 16, 20, 22 to 23, 27, 29, 32, 34, 37 to 39, 41, 44 to 45, 47, and 50 to 51, many of which were from Wayne Garage. Many of these are now at the Meadowlands scrap lot. The 2006 D4500 CL era also ended out of Fairview Garage. 9027 was the last 2006 MCI D4500 CL in service out of Fairview Garage, which transferred to Wayne on April 4, 2024, and then died shortly after. End of the D4500 CL era at Fairview. Rest in peace, D4500 there. 2001 to 2024. 9025 to 9026 were the last two 2006 D4500 CLs as of May 29th, but 9026 was retired as of June 26th, so now 9025 is the last unit left, which is assigned to Wayne Garage, commonly making trips on routes 190, 194, and others. After that, when it retires, there will be no pre-2015 MCIs left in service at New Jersey Transit. And not even the 2015 units are safe. 4009 and 4040 from Ironbound were retired in 2022 and 2023 and used for parts. MCIs 21-220 to 21 and 21-248 were moved to Wayne, while 21-198 to 21-219 are slated to go to Ironbound to wipe out some hybrids due to various issues. So I would recommend catching the 2015 MCI hybrids as well, and maybe even the CNG units, who knows. 2021 MCI 21-245 returned from its fire on January 15th, and 21-253 also got a special heritage scheme on January 31st, as well as Nobby's 6413 on February 3rd, 6207 on February 26th, and 5267 on April 18th. MCI 18043 from Washington Township was retired due to an accident, while MCIs 20089, 20094, and 20103 from Ironbound were retired on June 11th due to Ida damage. MCI 18058 also got into an accident on December 7th. Wow, those 18,000s can't catch a break. 2020 XD60 20909 also got into an accident on February 10th, this being its second accident. That unit cannot catch a break. Some rare XD60 runs did take place this fall and winter, shown here. 20808 also got new signage. 20807 and 20809 also got these signs later on. Here were some moves that happened with the XD60s due to the 2024 XD60s coming in. 20825 to 20828 were transferred from Meadowlands to Hilton. 20849 to 20852 were transferred from Fairview to Hilton. 20885 to 88 were transferred from Fairview to Meadowlands, while 20852 went from Fairview to Hilton to Big Tree. Here are the new XD60 assignments at New Jersey Transit as of now. Here are some of the MCIs and Nobbies that have been shifting from ANC and Academy to NJT, thus eliminating the need for MCI CRTLEs, at least for now. Many of these 21,000s went to Wayne, but some also went to Ironbound and Fairview. 140 to 150 of their buses were freed up for New Jersey Transit due to the moves that both agencies made in 2023. In addition, even more units were freed up in 2024. As a result, New Jersey Transit's 172 MCI D45 CRTLE coach bus order, 91 buses with 81 options, was canceled as of April 30th, due to the need for 200 extra coach buses being fulfilled by MCIs given to New Jersey Transit by DCamp and Coach, due to these agencies either closing or reducing their operations. As a result, this order will not be discussed in the future New Jersey Transit Orders section. 2023 XE40 22908 is in service as of December 6th, completing their 8-bus order of XE40 charged next-gens. As formerly mentioned, there is an option of up to 75 more XE40s, but whether or not New Jersey Transit elects to exercise it remains to be seen. Meanwhile, a new era begins at the agency. Their first 2024 New Flyer XD60 24001 was confirmed to be built on March 31st. It was delivered to Ironbound CMF on April 9th, transferred to Fairview, and entered service on April 30th on Route 154. 24002 was delivered on April 28th, while 24004 was delivered on May 6th. In the following days, Fairview received 24002 to 24005 and 24007 to 24008, while 24006 is at the Ironbound CMF as of May 21st. 24002 to 24003 ran on the MetLife shuttle on June 1st. Fairview is slated to get 24001 to 24030, while Meadowlands gets 24031 to 24060. This order will be split between the two depots. 24001's suspension gave way on June 10th. This leads us to our next segment. Here are the future New Jersey Transit orders that are slated to arrive. 75 XE40s, option order of the 8 XE40s currently on property. It is unknown whether or not New Jersey Transit will elect to take this order. 60 New Flyer XD60 Arctics, 24,001 to 24,060. They will be arriving through 2024. These will likely retire some Nobbies or leftover coaches. It is also possible for us to receive up to 200 more XD60s with an option of 550 more. These 750 units, combined with the 110 2020 XD60s and the 60 2024 XD60s, will result in a grand total of 920 Arctics. If all these articulated options are exercised, it will truly revolutionize New Jersey Transit and possibly allow routes to experience Arctic conversion as well as fleet expansion. 550 New Flyer XD40s, base order with an option order of up to 750 additional New Flyer Excelsior XD40s, for a total of 1,300 standard units. These will also replace the Nobbies. Here are some other changes which the agency made. New Jersey Transit's Route 1 at Orange Garage now has trippers from Greenville Garage as of December 23rd. They discontinued Route 308 to Six Flags on March 28th. The old Union City Garage was demolished as of December 9th to make way for the new Union City Garage. Similar case to the MTA's Jamaica Depot. Due to flooding at Oradell on December 10th, some of their buses were temporarily stored at Vince Lombardi. As of January 13th, New Jersey Transit now requires tickets to be scanned, rather than simply being placed in the bag at the driver's area. Man, so much about this agency has changed. Beginning on June 3rd, routes 123, 156, and 159 now require people to pre-scan their tickets before boarding. New Jersey Transit tickets will now expire after 30 days as of July 1st. The Route 319 will have a $55 to $100 fare in order to ride it. What a shame! And lastly, as of April 10th, New Jersey Transit approved a 15% fare hike for July 2024, with 3% fare hikes slated to take place in the following years. This means that to ride a bus one way in New Jersey, it'll cost $180, $4 to ride it from New Jersey to New York or vice versa in one direction, and it will also cost $18.40 to ride the train between New York and Princeton one way. Wow, I'll be hard-pressed to ever deal with this agency again. Y'all fell off like Drake, what the heck? Coach USA is filing for bankruptcy as of June 11th, which makes sense why they're getting rid of so many buses, offloading them to New Jersey Transit. They are essentially downsizing until it is time for them to be completely dissolved in September. New Jersey Transit, Academy, and another agency will inherit what's left of Coach. Credit to NJTE for the specific breakdown shown here, as well as Sylveon for this larger overview. PATH's Newark station was the third to receive the contactless payment system TAP on January 31st. Harrison, Hoboken, and World Trade Center have also received this system. Therefore, as of May 8th, 33rd Street, Harrison, Hoboken, Journal Square, Newark, and World Trade Center stations all have this technology. Sadly, it is not cross-compatible with Omni. As of June 6th, all PATH stations now have this contactless payment technology. SEPTA and PATCO, who integrated wayfinding in the past, are now working on a unified fare system as of January 24th. One of the M4 consists derailed near York Dolphin on January 31st. SEPTA also began upgrading Midvale Garage to handle hydrogen buses as of February 10th, as they anticipate receiving their 10 hydrogen Excelsior buses, numbered from 700 to 709. 2024 XHE40 701 was confirmed to be built on April 16th. That order is a 10-bus order of 2024 New Flyer XHE40s. They will begin to be delivered to Midvale Garage in July of 2024. They also have a 120-bus XDE40 order in the works, pending for delivery, as an option of the 2022 to 2023 base order of New Flyer XDE40s. Their new XDE40s are not having a good time, however. 3429 collided with a fire hydrant on January 17th due to snowy conditions. Other XDE40 units also got into various accidents. Their last diesel unit retired on April 25th, marking an end of SEPTA's diesel era as well as their D40LF era in general. SEPTA's last D40LF unit was 8093, which was retired on the same day that XHE40 701 was debuted to the public, that being April 25th, 2024, as previously mentioned. Credit to Dash Transit for that information. 701 is the only XHE40 which is currently on SEPTA property. As formerly mentioned, the rest of them will be arriving in July. They lost all their D40LFs just like TransLink Vancouver. They lost their D40LFs on April 15th, 10 days before SEPTA did. SEPTA is now almost unrecognizable because the D40LFs were freaking iconic, man. Now SEPTA's fleet is all zero emissions buses. Hybrid, electric, hydrogen, and otherwise. After the project got canceled in the fall, and after we heard no word about it from the fall until now, on June 11th, SEPTA announced that Route 15 would be receiving the Girard Avenue trolleys once again, starting on Sunday, June 16, 2024, which has now come to pass. 8 of these PCC trolleys were prepped up and restored in order to be integrated into the bus fleet. So Route 15 is currently using both buses and trolleys. This is the first time they're using trolleys since January of 2020. And I'm here for it. Route 15 will be renamed to Route G, signifying Girard Avenue, which is the avenue that Route 15 runs on. This is being done in order to simplify the route so that commuters know which routes to use easier. Due to the Silverliner 4s turning 50, 4 units, 276, 280, 304, and 401, and maybe even a 5th unit, were given heritage decals and a heritage paint scheme. ACS 64901 was also named after a chairman on February 3rd. WMATA received all-door boarding to give riders a better bus experience as of December 17th. This affected 8 of their bus routes. They also annexed 24/7 service to 14 of their routes and improved service frequencies on several of their routes. They also improved bus-to-rail connections with transfer indication lights at Greenbelt and more improved bus loop patterns at Friendship Heights. Overall, 43 of their bus routes were improved by these changes. W Agency. However, it doesn't seem like the fare-free bus program has kicked in yet, despite some of their fare guidelines being adjusted. Yep, they experienced fare hikes on June 30th. Look at this, Crowdy. A whole 75-cent increase. The overall increase range is from 25 cents to 75 cents. This is due to their $4.8 billion budget beginning on July 1st, 2024, which intends to plug a $750 million gap in order to prevent service cuts. I believe that this plan has been subject to further delays. We are still awaiting the fare-free bus program in D.C. No word as to when that's officially going to begin. On February 20th, WMATA announced that they intend to have their Hitachi-built 8000 series trains arrive with open gangway technology. However, I strongly advise them to test this technology out first with pilot sets, rather than merely blindly following the MTA's example towards an entire fleet, as gangway technology might behave differently in DC than it would in New York. You can't just jump into this kind of thing. You need to plan, test, and prepare. They also had an open house displaying an 8000 series mock-up at the National Mall from March 20th to April 3rd. 7738 to 39 will also wrap with the cherry blossom wrap, which looks cool. On January 1st, 2024, the first derailment of the year occurred, with BART, seen here involving cars from the fleet of the future. This was the one that set it off. This occurred due to a CBTC issue on the Yellow Line between Lafayette and Orinda stations. And not only did it derail, but that hoe had the nerve to catch fire too! BART and WMATA both said goodbye to some heavy errors. BART sent away their legacy fleet on April 20th, 2024, while WMATA said goodbye to their 2000 series fleet on May 10th, 2024, just a few days after BART. Man, these were some seriously nostalgic cars for both agencies, so to see both of them leave in such a fashion is quite saddening. However, I am glad that fans turned out one last time to see them go. The BART legacy cars have been running since 1972. Which is the same year that our R44s on Staten Island entered service. What is crazy to believe is that some of our R44s might become older than BART's legacy fleet. For BART, there were at least 3 final run trains comprised of A and B cars, 1212 to 1259, 5-car set, 1203 to 1269, a 10-car set, and 1241 to 1260, a 10-car set. These were 5 and 10-car consists with some Zoho cars in between. These final First Fleet trains mimic the service pattern which the War Company-built First Fleet took on its inaugural run on September 11, 1972, from MacArthur to Fremont stations via the Orange Line. Many of the remaining units will be scrapped, but 3 will be preserved at the Western Railway Museum. Credit to G.J. Hammers for this information. 176 of these cars were built, while 153 of them have already been scrapped. So essentially, they used 25 cars for the retirement run, which is more impressive than the R32 retirement run, which only used 10 cars, and then in the last 3 weeks, 8 cars. So while it is true that they ran in scheduled service between September 11, 1972 and September 11, 2023, their official send-off was on April 20, 2024. With the WMATA's 2000 series retirement, 6-car 7000 series trains were ran in their place to replace these 2000 series. The 2000 series operated 200 million miles in total, serving 775 million passengers. 76 of these Breda-built cars were delivered to WMATA, which entered service in 1983 and retired this year, May 10, 2024. These were the last trains in the WMATA that featured carpet floors. 2 of these cars will be preserved while 2 other cars will serve as a money train. In addition, WMATA also intends to phase out the 3000 series trains beginning in 2027. They will do so by introducing their new Hitachi-built 8000 series fleet of the future, which has already been mentioned. 256 cars will be built. So the 3000 series cars are the next on the chopping block. Once they are retired, the fleet will consist only of 6000 series, 7000 series, and 8000 series. They've already retired the 1000, 4000, and 5000 series between 2016 and 2019. And going forward, with the current fleet that Metro has, they will be able to accommodate current service patterns and expand service up to 33%. At Dash Bus, 2023 New Flyer XD40 706 to 715 10 units entered service between late 2023 and early 2024. Dash celebrated their 40th anniversary this year on March 11th. XD40 715 was given 40th anniversary decals on April 24th. Lastly, here were some rare runs which took place this year. In conclusion, New Flyer continues to make their mark on the country as a whole, with agencies like Beeline, NICE, SEPTA, New Jersey Transit, and others embracing them as a fleet. Also, at various other agencies, many historic eras come to an end. Credit to all those listed here, and many others, for the information and/or photos mentioned or shown in this video. Thank you for watching the first Other Systems update since December 2023. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more content. Please subscribe, stay blessed, stay healthy, stay hype, and thank you for riding with Next Stop News.